Hello, it's Scott White here from Glasshouse Home Safety. Welcome to another Safety Saturday. Today's a very brief one just on a few self-tests that you can do. A few things just to make sure yourself right now, is my alarm compliant? A lot of people just say, well, how can I tell? Well, one of the first things that you can check is the type. Is it the right type of alarm? In Queensland, Northern Territory, most states now, if an alarm needs replacing, it's got to be replaced with a photo-optical type, and you want to make sure that it's not an ionisation type of alarm, because really they're not very effective. They work in the later stages of a fire when it's actually flaming up. You want to know early on when it's just smouldering in the incipient stage of a fire. You want to know that something is happening so that you can respond to it, because by the time the flame's happening, then you don't have much time left to respond to it and get out. So you really want to know that it's a photo-optical type, and you want to know the age. So how can you do that? Well, you can grab the alarm, and you might need a set of steps and get up to it. Most alarms either have a button that you can push to open the cover and look behind. Some of them you slide the detector sideways, and either way you just need to get to the back of it to look at it. Once you're at the back, you can tell. You can look at it. If it's a photo-optical, it'll actually say photo-optical alarm. You want to look for a radioactive symbol. If there's a radioactive symbol there with 3 yellow dots for radioactive material, then it's an ionisation type, and you really need to get that replaced as soon as you possibly can. They're not very good, and they're not allowed to be installed anymore. The other thing is to look for the date, and the date is often just in a 6-digit format, which would be day, month and year of manufacture. Sometimes it's just in a month and a year, so it might say 09 2017 or something like that, so you know how old the device is. If it's over 10 years old, obviously it has to be replaced immediately, but I'd recommend doing that a little bit earlier than that. So if you know the type and you know the date, well, you're halfway there. So the good thing from there would be to just reinstate it, reverse the process you used to remove it, and once it's reinstated, if it's hardwired, once you clip it back in, you should see the green light on the power light should be on it, and you're back to normal. So there's normally a button on there. Most alarms either have a test button and a hush button, or sometimes it's incorporated into one. So just get a broomstick, push on that button, it should sound, and then if you have a second person, you can find out if that alarm is interconnected with the other alarms. By when that one is sounding, are the other ones sounding? That's what you want to know, and the reason for that is because if there's a smouldering fire in another room, you want your one to go off so you can be alerted to the fact that there's something going on in another area, because the sound pressure level is reduced in distance away from the alarm, plus you may be sleeping with your door closed or something like that. So you need to know, is it interconnected? Is it photo-optical? Is it out of date? And you're a long way along the path. Then you could also grab a vacuum cleaner and just give it a quick vacuum to keep all the dust and dirt that accumulates on the outside or on the gauze, where as it samples air over time, you want to clean that out as best you can and keep it clean. It reduces the number of false alarms that you get. So those 3 things you can just do immediately on the spot yourself, and of course get someone in like ourselves. We do an annual fully comprehensive smoke alarm testing service where we'll vacuum them and test them. We test them with real smoke, not just pressing the button. We want to know that when there's presence of smoke, it will actually go off. So we also know, though, positioning requirements, and that's something that we've actually put out a video on positioning, so that's crucial to know that they're actually installed in the right spots. And while you've got that cover open, it's a good idea to replace the the 9-volt battery if it has one, replace it while you're there, and maybe put something in your calendar that, okay, this month we're testing, I've tested this one in this position, and next month I'll test another one. So over time, you know, maybe once a month you could put something in your calendar, and that way you end up checking them completely, all of them, on a regular basis, and just peace of mind to know that they're actually working. It's no use just having them hanging off the ceiling looking good. They're there for a reason, but they should be your silent best friend. If they're maintained and tested well, then they shouldn't be an issue. So I hope that helps, and thanks for listening. If you like this video or any of our other ones, please like and share with others. It's good to get the word out there so that people can at least look after themselves if need be, and just make sure that they're safe while they're sleeping. Thanks for listening. Speak to you on Toasted Tuesday.